My brothers and sisters in Christ, today's gospel resumes what we heard yesterday, this difficult parable of the dishonest steward, and now we hear Jesus commenting on this parable, making friends with dishonest wealth, trustworthiness, and I'll leave my comment on some of the difficult issues with interpreting this passage to what I said yesterday in my reflection. Today I simply want to comment on the line, Jesus' conclusion, which is, you cannot serve both God and mammon. At the heart of this is the fact that we fool ourselves a lot with what we seek in this life, where our heart lies. And so it's one thing to intellectually grasp, and a lot of the time people, will tell you what their priorities in life are, and yet if you observe them, you say, well, that person may be self-deluded because your behavior doesn't seem to match up with the values you claim. And it can be the same for ourselves when it comes to money or material possession. Money as an evil is often called out in the gospel. Now, of course, we know that it's not the money itself that's evil. It is the greed and the idol that always threatens behind it. And so when Jesus speaks of not being able to serve God and mammon, the idea is, what is our master? To which master do we give our heart? In this life, in all things, we use money. It's needed as an instrument to do basic things in life, to cover basic needs, and wonderful things can be done with money. Certainly, we know as the church, we can't do half the things we need to for the good of others without money to pay our own bills, or money to feed the poor, to do these other things. And yet, where is our heart? It's one thing to say, okay, well, money's just an instrument. We use it, but we're not about money, or I'm not about money in my life. But if I examine my heart, is that a true statement? Often we can pursue, increased wealth. We can look for a better job, a higher salary, to provide better things for house and, for our families. But we have to constantly check ourselves and say, is this just an instrument, something of secondary use? Is my heart with God, or is my heart with mammon? This word that's used to describe this material wealth, the idol that worldly things can be built up to. If I answer the question, my heart is with God, even though I need these other things, I need to examine, is that apparent to others? Or do I seem more consumed about how to get ahead financially, how to do better? How much time do I spend? And I'm not discounting in employment. How much time do I spend in worldly affairs, my money, my purchasing, these various things, versus how much time do I spend in prayer and almsgiving and acts of mercy, of learning? Where does my heart lie, and do my choices reflect where my heart should lie? I ask this as a question because all of this is worth our examination from time to time. Because our mind can say one thing, but often our hearts can drift. No different than someone who loves their spouse and yet their affection grows attached to another, in the very sad state of extramarital affairs and the like. Our heart can wonder when our little poor decisions can lead to greater and greater ones. And so, is my heart really with God? And am I doing everything needed to build that up? Or have I gone astray? May the gospel challenge us always to know we cannot serve both God and an idol, and our heart undivided must be given to God alone. May God bless you all.